show you how to poach an egg. This is something extremely intimidating and scary, but it's actually very easy and we're gonna master it today. And I'm also gonna show you how to make the world's easiest hollandaise sauce in your blender. Obviously, you can use both of these things to make an eggs Benedict, which I will also touch base on, but there are so many different fun things you can do with a simple hollandaise and a poached egg. So let's get started. The most important thing here is that you get the best quality or freshest eggs possible. There's actually a science to this. It's not just for flavor reasons. You need the freshest eggs possible because the egg white is actually firmer, and I will show you what I mean by that. There's two parts of an egg white. One is pretty runny, and one is like that firm, gelatinous looking one. And the fresher the egg, the stronger the egg white. There are two different ways you can prep your egg. One where you include the thinner egg white part, and the other where you totally get rid of it altogether. I'll show you both. So just for a classic poached egg with those white wispy bits, we just crack an egg into a ramekin, and that's simple. And you'll see with this egg here, if you check this out, look at that, the egg white immediately around the egg yolk, it's a lot firmer and it's actually a more clear color. And then the thinner egg white around that egg white, it's like a little more yellow, but that's that little wispy bit that ends up swirling in the pan like that. Just crack your egg right in. These are large eggs. I always go with large eggs. They're the standard for baking as well. So there's another method that everybody's talking about where you basically strain that thinner egg white in a fine mesh strainer so that your egg loses that thin wispy part and it's just the stronger egg white that's not going to like bend and break in the pan. Look, you can see it just. See how it's only that really thick one? Then place that egg into a ramekin and you'll see the difference here. Look at the difference in size between these two, because you'll see this is just that thick egg white and this one has the extra layer of that thin egg white around it. So I'm just gonna repeat with another egg here. I'm gonna pop it right in the bowl. The purpose of these ramekins is to help the egg maintain its shape so that it doesn't go all over the place, kind of like a fried egg would. We're just keeping it in a nice circular shape and we're gonna dump it in some water. I've got a big pan here because I'm poaching 4 eggs. You could probably fit 6 in here. You can use a lot of different pans to poach eggs. Let me show you. You can totally poach eggs in a simple saucepan. This would be good for one. This is a tiny saucepan. Fill it up 3/4 of the way. Or you could use something like a wok. If you have a wok with deeper sloped edges, you could totally use that as well. The key, no matter what pan you're using, is that you have at least 4 to 5 inches of runway on the edges. You wanna fill the pan so it's 3/4 of the way full. And I would like it to be at least 3 or 4 inches high, the water. I've heard 2 inches, but I've noticed the eggs are a little flat when you do that. So I would stick around 4 inches. So there are so many different ways you can poach an egg. Some people just say throw it in water. Some people say add an acid because it actually helps the egg white solidify quickly. That's called coagulation because we're like so smart over here. And there's also there's also another method that says to salt the water as well as put acid in it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of white wine vinegar because I actually like the taste of it. You can add this vinegar, distilled white vinegar. You could even do rice vinegar, lemon juice. Honestly, any acid that you like the taste of, pop it in there. This is like on the brink of boiling and that's exactly what I want. We want it to be at a gentle simmer, but I'm gonna bring it to a boil and then reduce it just so I know it's the perfect temperature. Now what I'm doing, I'm creating a vortex. You know when the poached eggs get that really beautiful round shape and they're not flat? That's what we're trying to do by creating some motion in the ocean. Just that, and then plop it in there. You'll see it just starts to swirl right away and it just keeps this beautiful shape. Oop, there we go. And that's the one with the wispy bits, right? Because I didn't detach those thin egg whites. So you'll see the difference totally. You don't want your eggs to attach to one another, but the way you can avoid that is just making sure your pan's not overcrowded. This is a very spacious pan for the eggs to swim in, and I only have 4 in there. We're gonna let them cook. Yeah, that's it. That's literally it. Like, check out the wispy bit. If you crack your egg in here and it breaks, it's just gonna cook in there, right? Nothing horrible is going to happen. All you should really do is take your slotted spoon and remove what you want to remove. And if that's a broken egg yolk, it's gonna end up a light yellow, just take it out. I let these cook for about 3.5 minutes. That's how you get that beautiful soft yolk and the harder egg white. You can let it go longer if you like a semi-hard egg yolk. Is there any other way to say this? Semi-set, jammy egg yolk. There we go. If you like a jammy egg yolk, you can let it go for, 4 to 6 minutes. 6 would be on the more set side and 4 would be the runnier side. We're going to take these out. You have 2 options. The 2 options you have, if you're gonna serve them right away, take them out with a slotted spoon. They're gonna carry a lot of water. And what we're gonna do is just rest them on a paper towel. Just gonna absorb the extra water. And I'll put one without the wispy egg whites and one with the wispy egg whites so you can see. And these will stay warm for probably like 10 minutes, just hanging out right here. Something else you can do is take them out and put them in an ice bath, and these should be good for at least 5 hours to 8 hours. You can just leave them in the fridge in your ice bath and then put them into some hot water, so probably like boiling water, right before you're gonna serve them for about 30 seconds. So here's the difference between the one with the stringy egg whites on the edge, and then you have the one with the removed stringy egg whites. So usually when you think about poached eggs, you think eggs Benedict or eggs Florentine or something you get at a restaurant with a hollandaise-ish kind of sauce. At least that's what I think of. And I wanted to show you how to make a really easy hollandaise in your blender that's actually just shocking how easy it is. And you really can't mess it up. There's always a way to fix it. The usual issue with making hollandaise sauce is that you either cook the egg yolks while you're making the sauce, because you make it on a double boiler, or it does not emulsify, which means stay together as one substance. And making it in the blender just fixes all your problems. The magic ingredient of hollandaise are egg yolks. I'm using 3 egg yolks here. These are the emulsifiers. So basically what's going to hold this entire sauce together. I'm also gonna use some melted butter. This is ½ a cup of melted, great quality butter. I'm talking the Kerrygold Irish butter. I'm using 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can use 1 tablespoon. You can just use, I would say ½ a lemon to 1 whole lemon. I just went for the whole thing because I love the tang. And we're also gonna add some salt. I'm eyeballing this, but 1/4 teaspoon is standard. And that's it. You can jazz this up with different spices, but I'm gonna keep it classic for you, and we're just gonna blend it up. And I'm just using a personal blender here. You can use a regular, good old-fashioned big blender, or even one of those like blend jets, the little teeny ones that you're seeing these days. I don't know if you're seeing them, but I know I'm seeing them. And we're gonna just do it. So the color should be a nice pale yellow. The texture should be thick. Like literally in 30 seconds we made hollandaise. And everyone like cries over this mixture. Like, we're just amazing. I know this isn't the focus of the video here, but I couldn't film a poached egg tutorial and not show you how to make the easiest hollandaise in the world, because I always used to think, oh yeah, eggs Benedict is worth $25. It's not, because you can easily do this at home. It is so fucking good. If you're making the hollandaise, I would make this before you even poach your eggs and have it ready for when you're plating. So I just reheated those eggs, and I wanted to show you a few ways to plate them. Obviously, we can do classic eggs Benedict. I put these on a sheet pan and I baked them, and I also baked the English muffins so that they were done at the same time. Very easy, just cook until golden brown. You can also broil them, and I would say bake the ham according to the package. That simple. Now we have our eggs. I got my egg white frills, which I actually love. We're just gonna plop it on top here of our little Canadian bacon. Then we're gonna top it with our classic hollandaise that took us like 20 seconds. Look at that. This is something you pay $25 for at brunch. And you're making it at home. So we've got the egg. I'm gonna just put it on some lox. These are classic smoked lox. I'm gonna just pop the egg on top. And I actually made this rendition of hollandaise using some dill. So I added the dill into the sauce. I like to put this dill hollandaise right on top. Super thick, almost too thick. It's like super thick. The final way that I like to serve these is just classic on some toast. And I like to just add some olive oil right on top. Like this. I think we talked all about poached eggs today. We really accomplished everything. So obviously I served these 3 different ways, but serve your poached eggs however you want, serve the hollandaise however you want, and have fun with this. Don't be scared of eggs Benedict, of hollandaise, or of poaching eggs, because all of these things are extremely simple and you're gonna do it from now on. You better do it from now on, and if you do, let me know. Tag me on Insta, follow the YouTube, hit the buttons, the like and the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go have brunch. Like, that's the only thing I can do now.